15-year-old Olivia Moultrie and her family have sued the NWSL for not allowing Olivia to play until she is 18 years old. I want to read you a statement that her lawyer said because it's a compelling argument. He says, quote, Olivia would be eligible to play in MLS if she were male, would be able to play for France if she were French, stretching throughout most of the international world. Olivia is in the wrong country and the wrong gender to take advantage of her soccer precocity, and illegally so. What do you make of that statement?
I think it's a very, very strong statement. The words I want to repeat is that Moultrie is in the wrong country and the wrong gender. I can't believe we're still fighting these issues, these gender issues, these equality issues here in the United States. In any other country, in any other league, she'd be able to play if she was an American. So the NWSL has made up this rule. I have a couple points. I'm going to go point by point. This rule is only there because the players did not sign a CBA. And that is really, really important to this because as we continue to build our leagues, as we continue to fight for human rights and women's rights, it's really important that we protect ourselves. And what the players of the NWSL failed to do is protect themselves by having a signed CBA, which would have negated this rule. So there's no signed CBA. That's the first failure. The second, not failure, but the second really important issue that I want to address is Moultrie started training with the Thorns, I believe, at 13 years old. So she's been a prospect, a major prospect for a long time at such a very young age. She's incredibly talented. There's no doubt about it. But what I want to point out is that when companies like Nike, when coaches, when professional teams, when the media, when they put all this pressure on such a young kid and say they're going to be, without a doubt, they're going to be the next Mia Hamm, she's 13 years old. In reality, the media has no idea. The coaches who train her, they may know of her talent, but they have no idea if she has what it takes to make it to the next level. Because in life and in soccer, she has to overcome so many personal challenges and so many professional challenges. And you never really know what a player is made of until they overcome some of these challenges. We don't know if she has the heart when she's in her 20s and perhaps, wants a social life. We don't know if she has the focus and the mentality. I have seen so many great players come into the national team and fall to the wayside because they simply perhaps didn't have the strength to overcome family issues, or perhaps didn't have what it takes to deal with pressure, or perhaps didn't know how to get along with different styles of play or different coaches or different positions. There are so many challenges along the way. So to put so much pressure on a young girl, 13 or 15 years old, it is, I think, irresponsible of Nike, of coaches, of managers, and the media. So that's my second point that I just had to get out there. I wish Olivia all of the best, and I know she's going to continue to do great things. I just hope that we're going to see the longevity of her talent. That's truly what I hope for. Now, I just, going back to the real issue here, the lawsuit against the NWSL, we shouldn't be here. First off, the NWSL shouldn't be fighting this fight. They need to be on the right side of history. They don't need to be spending what could perhaps be millions of dollars on a lawsuit. And their only defense right now is that they're a single entity league. What's important to understand is a single entity league would mean that one entity, the league, pays for all the salaries of the players and all of the salaries of the support staff. And that's simply not true. When I played for Seattle, the national team played for the national team salaries, yes. But Seattle Reign and our owners for the Seattle Reign paid for all of the other players, paid for the coach, paid for our support staff, and that is the same with Portland. It is the same with every other team in the NWSL. So for the NWSL to say, as their defense, oh, well, we're a single entity league, is a bunch of BS. It's not true, and they're using that as a way to confuse the general public, and it looks like they're taking kind of the playbook from the U.S. Soccer Federation when it comes to equal pay, confusing the public and then spending millions of dollars to fight a lawsuit when in this day and age, we shouldn't be fighting for gender equality. We shouldn't be fighting for this young, talented player to continue to get better. The NWSL is hampering her development. And this doesn't happen in the MLS, and it doesn't happen in any other league around the world. So instead of wasting everybody's time, the NWSL just needs to change their law and their rules, and they need to help this young girl. And at the same time, I must say, power to the people, to Olivia Moultrie and her family for taking this great cause on, because you're helping generations of young, talented players that want to have the same rights as their male counterparts, who want to continue to grow in their sport and be the best soccer player or the best athlete that they can be. So this one is for everybody, Olivia, and I want to thank her family for fighting this wonderful fight. And I pray that the NWSL will come to their senses and be on the right side of history as the Moultrie family is. So bravo.